Greetings, everyone. This is Rabbi Karen, and we're here for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I'm so glad you could join us this evening. I'm so glad you have this time with us. As we begin our services, I hope everybody's doing well, and you're just going to share our time with us. So thank you. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on simshalom.com. We are on Zoom. So you could join us in any which way you can. You could type in Restream. And currently on Zoom, we have Toby, Michael, Susan, Kim, Ellen, Rudolph, Joanna, and Reba. And we're quite an international group. So again, join us all for a great Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Now I did it right. Okay. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach. Leolam Vaed. Okay. My computer. Okay. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. Ha'ma'ariv aravim. Nah, it's still pretty sunny here in Florida. But when we look at a twilight, when we look at the sun going down or the sunrise, and we see the magnificent colors, I always think that Adonai divided day from night and night from day, and gave us that gift with this beautiful, magnificent skies. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishaneh etim, umachalif et hazmanim, sader et kochavim b'mishmarotayim barakia kirtsono. You abound in blessings, eternal one, our God, sovereign of all time and space, whose word brings on twilight. Oreyom v'layla golel or mipnei choshek v'choshek mipnei or. Umavir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai Sebaot Shemo. El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid, Yimloch Aleinu Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Well, come on. Here we go. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel, by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now the prayer that gives our creed, a prayer that we don't ask for anything. We let the world know who we are. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malhuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. And now the V'ahavta, which means, and you shall love. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. You shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you rise up and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy, holy unto your God. Okay, we're going to stop sharing for a moment. Say hi to everybody. I'm going to ask if you haven't already muted yourself, please do. We are on Zoom tonight with Toby, Michael, Ellen, Kim, Susan, Rudolph, Joanna, Marvin, Amy, Reba, and Skylar. And on our restream, we have Rebecca. So welcome all. I'm glad you can join us this evening. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're not too hot, because I know in the South it's been hot and rainy and thunderstorms and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But I'm just hoping that everybody is well where you are. Okay, what was that? Does my husband still need prayers? He has graduated, Amy, from physical therapy. My husband had a knee replacement. He still has to do the exercises. So yeah, he can use all the prayers he can get. But he actually graduated and he decided, I don't need a cane anymore. So I'm guessing that's a good sign. Okay, let's go back to our share. Ah, that wasn't my husband. It was your husband, Toby. But thank you anyway, Amy. Okay. And as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, that miracle that Adonai gave us, they sang this song, Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar bakodesh nora tehilot osefele. Who is like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried, Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than our own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohei Gaal Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'achamidenu malkeinu l'chaim ufresh aleinu sukat shalomecha. Adonai can't ask for any more than the compassion for the Israeli people, for the families of the hostages, the blessing of the hostages that are still there, the blessing for the people in Israel, and for all the Jews who have been suffering over this. Shield us and remove from our path all hostility, disease, war, famine, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are a protecting and saving power, truly a sovereign power. Gracious and compassionate are you. God, our going and our coming in life, in peace now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai. Haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, eternal one, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Okay, and Amy, of course, you are in our prayer too. And excuse me for having hiccups. They always happen at the most inappropriate time. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, yamad divrach yirutei v'yamlich mahutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon. Excuse me. Upchayedecho Beit Yisrael. I didn't mean to do that. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'yimru amen. Yesh me rabba mevorach. Leolam Maya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipar V'yiroman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitale V'yitalam Shmeit Kudusha Brichu Leilam Minkol B'chata V'shira sorry tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiram bi'alma v'yimaru amen. Little secret that I'm just going to spread out to all of Zoom. I've been on Ozempic. I don't know if you've heard about that drug for about 5 years now.
I just started that. I just started it.
Well, it's for my diabetes. It's working wonders, but it can do wonders for your stomach too. And for me, it causes hiccups. So that is what you're hearing. Amy, be careful with your stomach. Eat small meals, and you'll figure out what works best for you. Like I said, it's doing well, but one of the consequences is when you hear me hiccup. Okay, Amy, I'm very glad you're good on it. I'm very seriously excited for you on that, and I wish you well. Okay, so if you hear me hiccup, it's an Ozempic hiccup. That's all I could tell you. Okay. Let's go to Restream. Is anybody on Restream? Restream tends to sign me off. So if you were on Restream, come on back. Okay, this week's Torah portion is Shoftim. Judges and officers you shall appoint, and you shall judge the people with due judgment, from Deuteronomy. We read in Shoftim, Moses begins by instructing the Israelites to appoint judges and law enforcement officers. You shall govern the people with due justice. You shall not pervert judgment, not by taking a bribe, for it blinds the eyes of the wise and upsets the pleas of the just. Tzaddik, tzadek, tzadek. Justice, justice shall you pursue, that you may live. Justice alone, justice and only justice, justice justly. Guess that's very important to Jews, right? Yes, to be just and to judge justly. According to Elliot Dorff, a Jewish tradition demands that we advocate and practice formal and distributing justice. Fair practice, which is formal. Ensure everyone gets at least minimum to live, which is distributive justice. He said the prophets railed against people for failure to achieve justice. Then the Torah obligates us to establish courts to dispense justice as well as we can. Remember, Moses is going to be saying goodbye to everybody. Okay? He's leaving. He's giving his words of wisdom. So he's imparting, keep doing justice. He, through his father-in-law, created this court system. So he didn't have to sit and listen to everybody, 700,000 people. So in creating this system, he's saying, stay just. And justice is dispensed as fairly as it can. Each person is judged on his or her own actions. Rich and poor are treated the same, or they should be. All members of a society must be treated fairly. 2 witnesses needed to establish fact. I like that. It's not one person's word, not his versus her, her versus him, whatever. 2 opinions, 2 witnesses. Prohibit false testimony. There's going to be a punishment for that, a consequence. Bribery is condemned. Sweep out evil. Jewish law recognizes that moral duties go beyond the letter of the law, and justice is necessary for holiness. Okay? For holiness, to obtain the level. Remember, we're all trying to be godlike. For holiness. So you must have justice to obtain that level. As for the king, he shall have 2 copies of the Torah, one at his throne and one to travel with him, to let him read it all his life and observe it faithfully. Moses said, fear God and not turn away from his commandments. Rashi said, if he does this, he merits his kingdom and will be established. The women's commentary states, kings do not promulgate law, instead is subject to law. The king is subject to law, that there are limitations on royal power. Gosh, I wish everybody in power, everyone in power, had to live with that. Shoftim is the second Torah portion in the month of Elul, the month of self-reflection, leading to the Yamim Noriyim, the days of awe, and to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Aish.com tells us that at this time, we become an internal judge. I mean, who are we going to judge? Ourselves. We look into ourselves to see, did we treat everyone fairly? Did we participate in distributive justice? Did we give false testimony, bribe, or judge others? This is the time to reflect and amend ourselves of our actions. In the throes of an election year, I think of our leaders and those who were to become our leaders. I believe in separation of church and state, but I'm also proud of our Judeo-Christian heritage. Our leaders and potential leaders have lives and their careers filled with bribes, false testimony, possible murders, not treating people equally, or associating with those who do not treat women and gays equally. Turning against the commandments to be a leader looking to be above the law rather than be subject to it. Old school politicians, new school politicians, maybe they're all the same. As Elliot Dorff states, we are to be just because Adonai requires it of us. It's important to imitate Adonai's ways. Okay, so that's my lecture for today. Let's just see. Okay. Sue, you wrote boo? Boo? Okay. Just wondering. All right. Very good. Let's go back to our service. And at the moment, let's listen to the prayers silently in our hearts and in our minds. Oh, say shalom bimrumah. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Bimru. Imru. Amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend upon us in all Israel, and let us say Amen. We're going to get ready for our Mishabera prayer. So please begin typing in the names of all those who need our healing thoughts and prayers. And I'm going to begin with Shoel ben Rivka, Yehuda bat Isabella, Reuven Barak ben Avraham Vasara, Boomer, Luna, and Sammy, Rav Yehoshua ben Meir, Robin, Ronnie, Carrie, daughter Abani, Seal's daughter, Chava Zisa bat Sally, Chana bat Leola, Miriam bat Shulamit, Leslie, Mindalea bat Chaya, Maxine, Marcia, Marlene bat Sylvia, Bobby, George, David, Yaakov ben Charlotte, Samantha Lance, Shana bat Shlava, Samir, Naomi, Melissa and her mother, Stephen Bucksbaum, Howard, Zisa Rezo bat Seal, Lisa, Sharon Jeanette Fox, Gail Hughes, Gloria, and James Sipose. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Oh, thank you. That was the boo for my hiccups. I got it now. Okay. Who said I'm not smart and fast? Dorothy, Marlene, Edwin, Damien, Jean, David, Rosa, Tina, and all those people and animals affected by the weather and the heat. Marlene and Megan Brown, Jean Berg, Kim Lefevre, Michael Barron, Dave Hall, John Hall, Jim and Candy Garlitz, Sherry Kulig, Ziona and her husband, Kim's friend Sarah, Rosa Ellen Friedman, Michael and Sarah Gray, Ron Hershen, and Joanne. All seem Shalomis who are ill, Joanna, Ellen D, and all cancer patients, and all in Israel who need peace and healing, all those who are suffering physically and spiritually around the world. For all seem Shalomers, for Sarah, Philip, Judy, Rebecca, Grace, and Michael, and those suffering right now. Rabbi Galit, Albert Madison, Valerie Madison, Ellen Rose, Ellen Friedman, Ziona and her husband, and for Amy, the families of the people who were of the hostages who were murdered. All seem Shalomers, their families, friends, and pets in need of refuah shlema. All seem Shalomers and their families, friends, and pets, everyone at Beth Abraham, Rob Aubrey, Israel, and the IDF. Marvin wrote it down. Okay. Howard Gruber, Dawn Alunet, and her daughter, Myrna Seamberg, and her friend, and always to Marvin also. Our prayers are for Marvin. Okay. Let's go to our Mishabera. Misheberach Avotenu Mechol Habraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mechol Habraha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Aleinu lishabeach la'adon hakol, la'tet gedula liotze bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kihol hamanam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'eman haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season and years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them were with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah v'yalamad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayehon uv'yumechon uv'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael b'agalav azman kari v'yimru. Amen. Yehesh me rabbah mevorach li'olam al mea maya yitbarach v'yishtabach Yipar v'Roman v'Yitnaseh, Yitadar v'Yitaleh v'Yitalal, Shemei d'Kudusha b'Rechu, Le'in la min kol b'chata v'shirata, Tush b'chata v'nechamata, Ta'miram v'Alman v'Yimru Amen. Yehesh lama Rabbah, Min Shemaya, v'Chayim aleinu v'Yakol Yisrael, v'Yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'Mumav, Hu ya'aseh Shalom, aleinu v'Yakol Yisrael, v'Yimru Amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Okay, and let me check our restream. Okay, and I'm putting in also Brian Mullins, Cassie Mullins, Shakers, that he gets true justice in her case, Shirley Knott, and Colson Vincent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check us out. Rabbi Blaine has already posted about the high holiday tickets. So we're gearing up for that. I know many of us are already thinking, what am I going to cook for the holidays? Some of my friends already got the food in the freezer already cooked because they're overzealous about these things. Thank you, Amy. And I hope you're feeling good. And, you know, we've got, I don't know if the rabbinic class started yet or not. But, you know, if you're interested in becoming a rabbi, a cantor, maybe one day we'll bring back our JSLI program, which is everything you wanted to learn about Judaism. And that's my program. So, you know, check us out. Be well, be happy, be healthy, and most of all, be safe. Everybody, to my new
Rabbi,
to my new Florida friends and to my Tuesday Mari family.
Come here, Dave.
Tov, everybody.
Tell everybody.
Thank you,
Bye
Rabbi.
bye. Take
Gertrude,
care.
Teresa.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Good night.